Hey guys, Zen here, welcome back to the channel, and we actually got the Brock rental theme deck. Actually, this isn't a rental. I have all the cards, so they gave me my first theme deck, and this thing slaps. I'm not gonna lie, I was the first person to say Brock. I didn't think Brock would be good. I didn't think any of his cards would be good. But listen, I'll be the first to say I'm eating my words. This is a really strong deck. Let's start with Hitmonlee here. This is really good to start off with. You can attack their back line, but a lot of times if your opponents know you're playing a fighting type deck, they might not even fill up their bench, assuming you lead with your Hitmonlee. So that's something to know about. You also have Hitmonchan. You have a single Brock here that helps you accelerate your Golem or your Onyx. And now let's talk about the rest of the cards. We have our Geodude into Graveler into Golem. Golem's pretty nasty because if you accelerate correctly, this thing survives one hit from Mewtwo to then knock out Mewtwo with a follow-up Double Edge, which also knocks itself out if it took damage from Mewtwo prior, right? So that already is pretty good. I mean, the only way this thing gets one shot by Mewtwo's side drive is if they also Giovanni that turn. You don't have to worry about that. Then we have Onyx here, which is just a nice basic stage Pokemon with 110, 3 energy requirement for 70 Land Crush, but you can accelerate this with Brock. Those are pretty good cards. I like Golem for the sheer, like I try to think about the decks. How are you going to deal with the #1 meta threat currently? And that's going to be Mewtwo Ramp. So I feel like Golem being able to deal with that is really good, but that's not all. That's not all this deck has. In fact, we have Diglett into Dugtrio, and this is completely RNG based. But if you can flip a coin and land heads, this Pokemon receives 0 damage next turn. It doesn't matter from any attack. It doesn't matter if you knock out their Pokemon and they switch into their Mewtwo and they're ready to side drive you. If you get heads, you're indestructible. No damage does any move, like no move does any damage. I can't even speak. And it's so silly. It's such a silly thing to just continually. I think I like these types of strategies, kind of like Frostmoth. You just keep getting your coin flips. Your opponent can't do anything. I'm a huge fan of it. But yeah, anyway, you guys let me know what you think about this Brock. This is the authentic theme deck for Brock. You let me know what you think in the comments down below. How can we improve upon this? But yeah, stick around for the matches and let me know what you think. All right, we're going first. I think going second is actually a lot better in this game. We go Geodude first. Geodude, we do damage. I think Diglett. If we pull into Dugtrio, that's awesome, because then on the following turn we could evolve and do some crazy damage. And then that's it. I'm not gonna extend my bench any further. All right, let's see. We go into Golem to end turn here. The following turn, if we find our Dugtrio, this game feels really good. I think the reason the opponent doesn't play any bench Pokemon on turn 1 is a strategy specifically going against fighting types. You don't want to build your bench. Oh, dude, they got Drowsy too. It's such a good Pokemon. Teleport. Nice. All right, this is actually really good for us. Professor's Research, come on. We just need 1 card. I'm gonna accelerate here just because I don't see why we don't, right? That's a big boy. Do this. What do we draw? Pokeball, Dugtrio. Okay, so we go Dugtrio here. We go Golem here. We go right here. Dig is really cool. This move, I'll read it to you guys right now. But this is why I wanted to test this out. It's because I feel like this card is like, this move is awesome. Flip a coin. If heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. That means even if we knock out a Pokemon and they follow up with a different Pokemon, no damage will happen. which is really good. It's actually insanely cheese. Like right now, if they switched out and brought out a Mewtwo and hit us with 150, we take 0. That's so strong. That is insane. But again, it's all RNG based. Yeah, we're still grinding out these decks. And this is the icon for invincibility. Nice. Honestly, this is kind of cracked. Like, this is pretty insane right here. Play this here. I think I'll go for another Geodude, right? Or maybe I'm gonna save and wait for another Dugtrio. I think it's just so OP. Like, who thought of this, dude? Who thought of this move? I mean, it makes sense. So like right now, we can get hurt. We can get some damage done. Yeah, it's 100%. And I'm not against it. I like RNG. I feel like if you think about Pokemon, since its conception has always been very RNG reliant. Play you here. Attach here. I go for another dig. When we flip a coin, doesn't matter. This next coin flip, we need it to be heads. So that way we can see this effect in action. If we don't get heads, nothing happens here. They find a Hypno. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. That Hypno's gonna hurt us. He didn't use Hypno or anything. We'll evolve here. So now if we get heads, it's pretty massive. Actually, no, it doesn't even matter now. It's the next one because he healed again. Some of the animations could be faster. No, I definitely see that, yeah. Yeah, a 50-50 coin flip isn't bad, especially with a gacha game that's kind of like based around gambling, right? All right, fingers crossed they get a tails here. We need them to hit tails, of course. Right now, we need to hit heads. Okay. We need to hit one more heads. One more heads, you guys, right here. All right. It doesn't matter what they do, they can't hit us with any damage right now, which is kind of nuts, right? God, I hope they go into the Mewtwo. Yeah, I got you. I got you after this. Please don't concede. There's going to be a whole lot of coin flips in this single battle for Brock. Actually nuts. Doesn't even do anything. Okay. I'm going to start accelerating over here. We'll attack with you. Give a nice little flip here. We're indestructible, baby. Yo, this is actually so cheese. I did not think this deck was going to be this good. We're going into a Mewtwo deck and they can't do anything to us. So for everyone that's saying, yo, Mewtwo's busted, it's broken, there are cards in the game already in the set that kind of leave it useless as long as you have good RNG, right? Aerodactyl works on it. Yeah, exactly. But the cards that really counter, it looks like they require a sort of RNG to it, unfortunately. Wigglytuff is good too, but again, like, they're all RNG based. And we get heads. Let's go, dude. We're just awake again. All right, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna accelerate onto you. I'm going to retreat into Onyx, knock out their Hypno, and then it doesn't matter who they go into next, we win the following turn. Isn't that sick? We just beat a Mewtwo player, you guys. Oh man. That's awesome. Yeah, Golem is pretty sick. Golem survives unless they have Giovanni, right? Actually, Golem knocks itself out technically. If we take a side drive. Does it really? Okay. And then here is GG. Oh, just kidding. We have to use another energy. I didn't know Onyx needed to retreat 4 times. And then here comes the double edge. The one shot on a Mewtwo EX. That's impressive. That's pretty good. And there you guys have it. That was the, MVP of the game right there, Dugtrio. But that is the Brock rental deck list. This is the themed deck list. This is the only one that I actually have all the cards for. So the game said, oh, you can just build this deck. And listen, I take my words back. Brock is kind of good. Brock's deck is kind of good. Sounded weird. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about this deck. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.